Hi everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. For today's video, I wanted to do another purely whispered story time video because I know you guys really like these. It was either that or another neighborhood gossip video, but I'll save that for later, for next time. But I thought that I would tell you guys the story of my first kiss because I don't think I have ever told you guys that story and I think it could be fun. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So let me set the scene for you. It's 2010. I am 13, about to turn 14, and I am in 8th grade. I am getting ready to graduate middle school and go to high school. That's how the schools that I went to mapped out middle school and high school. I know it's different in certain places, but that was our situation. So I had never really had a boyfriend. Well, first of all, in my opinion, boyfriends, girlfriends in middle school, they don't really count unless you start dating in middle school and you date for years and years after that, then okay. But my little 7th grade boyfriend that I had when I was 12, I don't count that. That could be a whole other story, but basically I dated a boy for 2 hours one day, and then the realization hit in that, wow, my mother is going to kill me, and I panicked, and then after school I broke up with him. That's that story. But other than that, I had really had no experience with boys, really, up until that point. I wasn't a cute kid. I wasn't a cute middle schooler. Nothing in comparison to what these kids are looking like these days. Sometimes you don't know if a kid is 13 or 19, 20, you just don't know. It's kind of scary. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't a cute kid. I didn't have a lot of confidence, braces, frizzy hair, acne, I think I was slightly chubby in middle school, I think, if I remember correctly. I wasn't killing the game, basically, is what I'm saying. In my eyes, anyway. So, let me just say, the chances of this kid ever watching this video is very slim, but by some weird chance that you are watching this, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you can get a laugh out of this video. Okay, I just felt the need to get that out there. So, there was a boy in my Italian class in 8th grade, because I took Italian. We had to take a language, and that's what I chose. And, we used to message on AIM, for those of you who remember AIM, the instant messaging, that was part of AOL. And we would chat a lot on there, and I think we texted too. And again, because in my eyes I was not a cute kid, I wasn't getting attention from boys left and right, so I was like, wow, a boy is showing interest in me. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. I couldn't tell you what we talked about. We talked about absolute nonsense. Joanne and Kathy, for those of you who know who they are, because they've been on my channel many times before, they were in that class with us as well. If you don't know, those are my friends from elementary school, baby childhood friends. They were in that class with us as well, and we all used to kind of sit. I remember we sat in the back of the classroom, and I was head over heels for this kid at the time. I remember I thought he was the cutest thing, and I would get so excited when he would message me, text me, whatever. Again, couldn't tell you what we talked about. I don't remember. But was very open about the fact that he, liked me or whatever. And it's funny, it's a little side note, but I remember there was one day while we were like talking, while I knew I liked him and he was acting like he liked me. There was one day at lunch where I saw him, I think he like kissed another girl or something, and I was so devastated. But me being me back then, I didn't say anything. I was sad about it, and then when I saw him, I acted like it never happened. So that was probably mistake number one. But anyway, so as the year progressed and we were talking all the time, blah 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 blah, junior prom rolls around, or 8th grade prom, if you will, rolls around, and I think via text he asked me to the prom, which is really funny because like going to the prom together in middle school like is like what really, like either way you just kind of meet each other there. But anyway, so there I am, little 13-year-old me. I go to my mom and I say, there's this boy and he wants to go to prom with me. Parents didn't know about 7th grade boyfriend, by the way, so this was like a new thing. This was like the first time I was talking to them about boys. There's this boy and he likes me and he wants to go to prom with me. And I remember, now being older, I remember like the instant look of panic that just fell on her face. And I think from what I remember, she said she had to think about it at first, if I am remembering correctly. And then I think some time passed. Maybe she was just trying to like ignore it and like hope that maybe it would go away if I didn't ask again and if she didn't say anything. But I asked again because I think he was asking me, like he was like, so like, are we gonna go together? Like probably because he wanted to ask somebody else if I said no. And this is where my memory starts to get just a little bit fuzzy. I do remember my mom saying, oh, you're too young, just tell him, tell him you'll meet him there and you guys can hang out there. I guess she was reluctant for me, like she didn't want me to call it a date because I was still only 13, which is fair. And now I don't remember if I told him that, like if I told him the truth, or if I just said yes. Because I think I said yes, even though my mom said no. But I don't fully remember. I don't know. Either way, he was like my date to prom. And it was my friend group at the time. It was 6 of us, 6 girls. And by some miracle, we all had dates. And we had a round table for 12, and we all sat like girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy with our dates all around the table. There is a picture, obviously I'm not going to show it, but I think there's a picture somewhere on Facebook that exists if I went all the way back to 2010. It's pretty comical to look at now, but so yeah, we sat together. I'm pretty sure I was like, and I wore like heels too, so I think I was bigger than him, like I was taller than him. And again, I was like a little chubby, so yeah, the picture's just funny. Anyway, so we danced, we were having a good time, the food was good, drinking Shirley Temples, the whole 9 yards. And now here's where a little bit of drama came in, and I'm gonna try to remember as best as I can. Let's say the prom went till 10, let's just say, let's ballpark it, 10 o'clock. Around 8:30, 9 o'clock, my date, he says he has to leave early. And from what I remember, he wasn't telling me why. And I felt like it was a little sus. So I got a little annoyed, but I didn't say anything. But I remember I was annoyed. And he kept trying to, like, in the middle of the dance floor, people dancing around us, he was trying to, like, say goodbye to me and, like, hug me and whatever. And he went in not kiss him that night. Your girl Sam did the swerve, and he got me right on the cheek. Yep, that did indeed happen. And I don't fully remember what happened after that. I was just like, bye, and then that was it. But he didn't actually leave. I remember he was just sitting outside with, like, I guess some of the boys or whatever, and hung out there. So, like, he didn't really have to leave. So, 13-year-old me was a little salty. I was like, what the heck? You just didn't want to hang out with me. But again, being me and being young, I didn't say anything. I just kind of went with it. And I remember that was on a Thursday night. So maybe it wasn't until 10, but whatever. That was on a Thursday night because we had school the next day. And I remember I had gone and got my hair curled. And so my hair was like kind of curly, wavy still the next day on Friday for school. And I was feeling myself. I thought I looked so cute. I remember I took a piece and like pinned it up here with a little bobby pin, and I did like I was feeling myself. I even remember what I was wearing. I was wearing a brown t-shirt with like with a white tank top underneath. You remember when that was like the style, and you would see a little bit of the white tank top on the bottom of your shirt and like on the top here. Anyway, I even remember what I was wearing. So the next day of school comes, everybody's talking about prom and having a good time and whatever. We're in Italian class, and his thing was, he would always, it was my second to last class of the day, and he would always walk me, maybe not always, but around that time, pretty much every day, he would walk me to my last class, which was art. I remember it was my art class that I loved. It was like a great way to finish the day. And so that Friday, he walks me to class. I remember we were going from the basement where Italian was to the third or second floor where the art class was. Maybe it was the third, regardless. So we would just go up one staircase, 3 flights, and then my class was right there. So he's walking me. I don't remember what we were talking about. We get to the very top of the stairs. The bell is about to ring, and he stops me, right? He has his hands here, I think, so like the top of my arms, and he just says, you know, I hope you know how much I like you and how much I care about you. And then he kissed me. It was like a quick, like that. That was it. Nothing crazy. And then he hugged me. And it's funny because this kid that was like in our class, in our graduating class that year, who I was close friends with at the time, which is funny enough, I just ran into him the other day for the first time in years, which was really cool. But when we were hugging, there was no one else in the stairwell, it was just us. But then this particular friend, his name is Grant, he walked up the stairs, and over this kid's shoulder that I'm hugging, I see Grant. He looks at me because I guess he just realized what just happened, and he was like, and then just walked away. So I always joke that he was there for my first kiss. And then yeah, the kid walked me to my classroom. I went into art, and I was like the freaking happiest girl in the world. And all my friends, like my girlfriends, were also in that art class with me. So of course I had to tell them what happened and, you know, give them a play-by-play. And I remember, this is gonna be so cringy to say, but I felt like the impression of his lips on mine, like like the feeling like lingered with me for a while, because I guess I had never felt that sensation before. So I immediately was like, I am now a woman. Like, this is it. My life has been changed forever. And it's really funny. So, like, as a continuation of the story, I guess I could tell you, that has to do with Joanne. Yeah, I hope she doesn't mind. She's not gonna mind that I tell you guys this. So, at the end of 8th grade, like right graduation, it was a tradition that our school would take us to this. It was like a place for kids. Like there was a pool, there was a field where you could play sports. Like it was like a gigantic summer camp, but you just went for a day and could just do a bunch of activities. And so that's what we did. And it was the very end of the trip. We were getting ready to get back on the bus. We had just gotten out of the pool, all of us, and it's the kid, Joanna and I, walking, right? Mind you, we were 13. I don't actually care about this story anymore. It's funny to me now. So we're walking and the kid kind of like lingers back, and so in my mind I'm like, this is my man, he's waiting for me. He wasn't waiting for me. No, he like said something like, oh, like I was hoping to talk to Joanna really quick. And so I had to awkwardly be like, oh, okay, and just like walk away. But I think I either watched or she told me, I don't remember, but he kissed her. Like a week or two after he kissed me. I don't remember. I wonder if that was her first kiss too. I don't remember. But yes, he did indeed kiss her. And for some reason, I never really got upset about it. We never like fought over it. Like after that, like Johnny and I mean, we never fought over it. Kind of after that, I was kind of just like, alright. And that was it. And nothing ever happened like between them. And then I think he texted me a lot that summer and was asking me if we could hang out or whatever. And of course my mom said no. And I remember I saw him on the very first day of high school, and he came up to me and hugged me and kissed me on the cheek. And I remember thinking, you got some nerve. And then I literally don't think I ever talked to him after that again. I don't think he graduated with us. I think he went to another school or something. I don't know. So yeah, that is my 8th grade drama for you. I'm trying to think of what else I can tell you. I mean, it was all so new to me, and I felt so grown. And I remember around the time we first started talking, like what really let me know that he liked me before he actually told me was there was one day in the hallway he gave me a bracelet. For those of you who are around my age, I'm 25 for reference, in middle school there were those rubber band bracelets that were like in the shape of things, like animals, whatever, and they were different colors. They were little rubber bands. You could pull them, you could stretch them, but we would wear them on our wrists and people would like collect them, and that was like the thing to do. So one day he came to school with a pack of them, and he gave me a bracelet in the beginning, and I will never forget, it was a yellow pig. So I guess that sets the whole vibe of our whole story. It was a yellow pig that he gave me, and I proudly wore that thing on my arm. That's where it all started. The yellow pig in the hallway. Yep. So that was the story of my first kiss, and I don't think I kissed anybody after that for a while. Maybe like a whole 2 years after that, till I was like 15 or 16. I don't even know. Yeah. So that's really it. It was a short story. Nothing ever came of it. Again, if you're watching this video and this is you that I'm talking about, hope you got a nice laugh out of it. I think the kid's doing well for himself now. I think he's like a bodybuilder or something. I don't know. Sick. But anyway, that is probably